So what were you doing when you heard the Twin Towers had been struck?
I was cutting a lawn, and I had like headphones, ear protection on. That I used to listen to FM radio, and they had a news report that a plane had just hit the Twin Towers, the North Tower. There was discrepancies as to what size plane it was. Some people were calling in to the radio station and saying it was a small plane, and other people said it was a larger plane.
Is there anything that you remember vividly about the day?
I remember that morning. It was like, weather-wise, it seemed like a perfect day. It was blue skies.
On September 11, 2001, our nation's freedom was attacked.
Yeah. This just in, you were looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center. CNN Center right now is just beginning to work on this story.
Terrorists from Al-Qaeda, a radical Islamic terrorist group, hijacked 4 planes. 2 planes struck the Twin Towers, causing their collapse. The remaining 2 planes headed towards destinations other than New York City. 1 plane crashed in Shanksville, Pennsylvania on its way to the White House, and the remaining plane crashed into the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. In total, 2,996 people were killed in the attacks. It is imperative that we remember the lives lost in a way that is respectful and mindful of the sensitivity surrounding the event. For years, the concept of memorials has been essential to our culture. Memorials are created to commemorate, educate, celebrate, and provoke thought. Empty Sky Memorial, located in Liberty State Park in Jersey City, New Jersey, is the official memorial to the state's victims of the September 11th attack.
Although many believe that there is no appropriate way to memorialize such a controversial attack, Empty Sky Memorial effectively depicts the memories of the lives of those lost. At the opening of the memorial, there is a screen that allows individuals who are looking for a specific person to have an easier time. With the ability to find the name right away, it allows the individual to make the most of their time and mourn in peace. It allows for a sense of closure. Empty Sky Memorial is located across the New York Harbor, directly where the Twin Towers used to stand. When looking at the steel walls, the individual feels as though the towers have been recreated. It gives the effect that the city is complete again. Contrasting with the pristine modern walls, lying at the beginning of the memorial are relics of the Twin Towers. There is juxtaposition between old and new. The relics are oxidizing and their colors are similar to pain, despair, and fire, whereas the stainless steel provokes peace, purity, and solidarity. Empty Sky Memorial is designed so that when one walks through the walls, they are led from a place of safety to a place of terror and vulnerability.
Carved into the front of the walls, there are 2 tributes that each individually tell the history of the monument and the attacks very precisely. Further, they present the argument of the memorial, reflecting the legacies of those whose lives were lost. The names on memorials have great significance. Written at eye level, the emptiness above and below the names creates a heaven-like atmosphere where the names are centered and at peace. The names are all together in this boundary, creating unity and equality. No life is valued more than any other. The names are carved into steel, never fading away, and the lives of those lost will never be forgotten. The memorial has the right to commemorate these names because the names are written in the special place that they call home, New Jersey.
While standing within the memorial, the air is trapped and is completely silent. The individual can reflect and feel safe with their thoughts. Many believe that a memorial should only be built where the event took place. However, such a devastating event cannot be confined to just one area. The memorial reflects on the impact that 9/11 had on smaller communities and how that connects to the impact that the event had on the nation as a whole.
After interviewing visitors at the memorial, it was evident that others shared our views.
My name's Tom Hanna, and I'm from Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite part of the memorial?
I like the way it's designed, but I like the names. I think that's the best part. And then the next thing would be how they're set up, where the towers would have been when you look through them. But it aligns with where the towers were previously. So it's kind of cool.
Do you think that it's effective? Would you change anything?
I
about
do.
it?
I mean, I think it honors those. I can't speak personally because I didn't lose anyone, but I think it honors them. I respect that, and I think it's relevant.
On a clear and bright day, like the day the attacks occurred, the sunlight reflects throughout the memorial and illuminates the names of those who passed. This brings light to their names even though they are not here. On a dark and gloomy day, lights have been built in to create the same effect so that even on the darkest days they will not be forgotten. Timmy Wren, a firefighter and witness of the September 11th attacks, spoke to the effectiveness of the Empty Sky Memorial. It is important to memorialize those who lost their lives.
Yes.
How do you feel this can be done most effectively?
I think monuments are a nice way to go. It's I think the individual ones in the towns where the people grew up is a nice way to memorialize. But
Who has the right to decide what should be built and how it should be built when it comes to memorials and monuments?
I think the people.
People as in just everyone as a whole, or people as in those who were individually affected by?
I think people as a whole, but including family as well.
Empty Sky Memorial is a fair and accurate representation of the horrible terrorist attacks and the effect that these attacks had on our nation as a whole. With the captivating walls and the view of the city, on a clear, bright day, it is comparable to the blissful morning before the attacks. Empty Sky Memorial ensures that we will never forget.